Welcome to our TV program, Discover Turkey on Natural TV studios from Ankara. I greet you. I wish you a wonderful 2020. I hope 2020 will be great for Africa and Turkey and with the relations between Africa and Turkey. And as you know, since the program started in Discover Turkey, I try to introduce you the cities in Turkey and the values, historical places in Turkey. And also I started giving you information when I traveled to Spain all the way long. I introduced you some European countries and their values and how to travel Spain by car. And also I traveled to Syria and I shared some photos and also some videos from Syria, and I gave you information what's really going on in Syria. And today I will give you very important information in our program Discover Turkey. You will discover Eastern Mediterranean, what's really going on in the hot water in Eastern Mediterranean area, and what's really going on in Libya. Libya is our brother, sister country, and it's always in our hearts. And we had always good relations in two countries, and Libya always helped Turkey also whenever we needed, especially in 1974 when Turkey by the Western countries started embargo, and Turkey got assistance from Libya, and by their help we saved Cypriot Turkish people because they were unfortunately slaughtered by the southern Cypriots in 1974. Finally we have peace in Cyprus, but still in Eastern Mediterranean Sea, since 2009, this water is very important just because of one reason: energy sources. Natural gas and some oil, but mostly natural gas, is very rich natural gas sources found in the East Mediterranean area. And this caused some problems, of course, in Eastern Mediterranean area, and some countries in there, they try to take the Turkish continental shelf, they try to steal this area. And in Libya, and Libyan government, which was recognized by the United Nations, and Turkey signed a very important agreement between two countries. So why Eastern Mediterranean area is important for Africa and Turkey? Turkey is not an imperialist power. Some Western countries, like some Western countries. We've never been to Africa to colonize or trying to steal the natural sources of Africa. Always our government, country, Turkey, was always together with the poor people all around the world. We opened our gates for millions of Syrian brothers and sisters. They entered Turkey running from the war in Syria, internal war. They saved their lives in Turkey. Today in Turkey, about 5 million Syrians are living in peace. This is also a sign for the world about Turkey's policies. When 100,000 of refugees went to European Union countries, they are fighting each other not to take these people in their countries, but 4 million people. Syrians are living in Turkey, and we are trying to do our best for them. And the Turkish people opened their arms and helped them as you know, Ansar, and also the Meccan people and Medina people those days, and Ansar people opened their homes to the Muhajir, immigrants of Prophet Muhammad. And today, Turkey is always trying to do its best. And Turkey is only looking for its own, not only its interest, justice. Because according to United Nations regulations, Turkey has got larger area, about 148,000 kilometers square in the eastern Mediterranean coast, area, the continental shelf. But they try to give Turkey just only 40,000 kilometers area, stealing the land, area, this continental shelter of the Turkish economical zone, just for trying to weigh selling this gas to the European Union countries. But this is not going to be possible because Turkey had already given its declaration to the United Nations according to the United Nations regulations. And this also signed between Libyan legal government and also Turkey. These two countries signed an agreement about the limitation, the borders of the East Mediterranean Peninsula between two countries. And this was very important political gain for Turkey and also Libya and Africa. Why? Because the natural sources is very close to Africa in that area, not to European countries. The Greece, when you just look at the map, I kind of request my friends showing you the map 2, please. When we look at the map 2, you can easily see the continental shelf of Turkey in the area, which was recognized by the United Nations. On contrary, unfortunately, European Union and Greece don't want to understand these United Nations regulations about Turkey's economical zone in Mediterranean Sea, and also they made ridiculous agreements by themselves in Sevilla Agreement. European Union and Greece signed an agreement about limitations of the Turkey's economical area in the eastern Mediterranean Sea. Turkey never recognized Sevilla agreements of European Union and also Greece, of course, because United Nations regulations giving opportunity and more chance to the country about their continental shelf. So, Eastern Mediterranean area is important for Turkey, for Africa, for Libya, for Egypt as well. Now, in Egypt, a non-elected president who came by the military coup, Sisi, is governing. And Greece and the European Union countries recognized him very quickly just because of Eastern Mediterranean natural sources and taking them to their countries. But Turkey will not Turkey is not going to permit this. Either they are going to sit around of the table and to talk to Turkey and getting permission about the pipeline in between Eastern Mediterranean area and also Western European countries, or they are going to break all the relations Who's going to give decision about this? Of course, European Union presidents and also prime ministers. They should sit and think what we are doing, because they are violating United Nations regulations. They are on the wrong way. They should start taking permission from Turkey about the pipeline from the in between Eastern Mediterranean coast and also European countries. And moreover, there are many Turkish Cypriots in the Cyprus. So Southern Cypriot government doesn't want to give their share. They want to take all the money and the power by themselves. There are many contradictions in European Union. I will give you one information about Cyprus. According to the Cypriot law, Turkish and the Greek, these two languages are official languages of Cyprus. Southern Cyprus is in European Union, and their language, second language, is also Turkish. And they don't want to recognize Turkish language as an official language. They also violate their own agreements, their own system, when they are talking about Turkey or Serbia. Because when we look at the European map, and only Serbia, Turkey, and some Muslim countries, Kosovo, Macedonia, Albania, and Bosnia, Azerbaijan, these countries out of European Union. Why? So I give you the chance to answer about the question. So I call European Union governments to stop about hypocrisy, hypocritic policies over Turkey in Middle East and also Eastern Mediterranean area. And this is going to be very helpful if they behave so. If they do this, this is going to be wonderful openings for the relations in between Turkey and European Union. So, coming to Libya, for instance, there is a man, his name is called as Haftar. He has a dual nationality, and he's telling Turkey is from different country. We don't want any foreign soldiers protecting central government, they say. But what about you? You have dual nationality. So I kindly request our viewers what kind of nationalities he has. Then so you can think, you can have a wonderful view about Haftar and his policies. He's not recognized by the United Nations. He has no right to say anything about the Libyan people. This is a very important point. He should leave, he should follow the ceasefire, and he should sit and talk about the central government, which was supported by the mostly Libyan people. He can't control whole Libya by the weapons of some Western countries. And he's also trying to do some Arab nationalism, but he has got dual nationality. He has no any opposite words about the Western countries, some Western countries, who's his boss, trying to Libyan oil after Gaddafi. Yes, Libyan oil is trying to be stolen by some Western countries. So Africa belongs to Africans. And Turkey is only the friend for Africa, not the imperialist power. So I kindly request our African brothers, we been helping Somalia and the Sudan, opening the water wells. And now my producer assigned me about the commercial break. Right after the commercial break, we are going to talk about between the Turkey and the African relations in Discover Turkey, Africa, Libya. Welcome our viewers. We were giving information about what's really going on in Eastern Mediterranean area, about the natural sources, and what's really going on in Libya, about the agreements between Libya, legal United Nations recognized Libya and Turkey. And Turkey is supporting Libyan government, and also declared, our President Erdogan declared our support to Libya. And I request our African brothers to read the history of Ottoman Empire in Libya. Never ever never tried to colonize Africa and African brothers. We never took the slaves, we never made any African slave in Turkey. Now today we have African brothers in the western part of Turkey and the southern part of Turkey. They migrated from Sudan mainly, and also Somalia. They are our brothers and sisters. We love them very much because our faith, Islam, makes us brothers. In Turkey, Turkish people respect Africans very much just because of one important reason. Because first man in the world history, first time, he recited azan, calling for the prayer. He was from Africa. He was from Ethiopia. He was Bilali Habeshi, Bilal the Ethiopian. We never forget this. You Africans, you are our brothers. We are not only supporting our countries, we will always support Africa. As long as we live, we love you, we will always love too. And I request you to look at the continental shelf map. This map was made according to, as I told you, international recognized government, Libyan government, United Nations, and Turkey. These two organizations, three sides, sorry, they recognized these agreements, and the European Union and the Greece can't say we never recognized this. And we will see what will happen about the area. And I request my friends to show the map 3, maritime jurisdiction zones in East Mediterranean. Turkish area, please look at the right side map. Also, I told you 148,000 kilometers square. Sorry, I made a little bit mistake. 189,000 kilometers square, nearly 190,000 kilometers square in Eastern Mediterranean area. And according to Greek maps, which was recognized by the European Union, only 41,000 kilometers square, because they give the right, continental shelf right to the islands, their islands. They have some islands as Mace, just a little bit, just a small island, very small island, nearby Turkey, and they try to cover all Mediterranean area, forgetting United Nations giving rights to Turkey as continental shelf rights. This is a very important point, And Turkey declared defending this area. Then still we are looking for natural sources also. And when we have large natural sources, this is not only for Turkey. At the beginning of my speech, we opened our arms for 4 million, 5 million Syrian brothers. Maybe the new ones will come from Idlib, running away from Assad's bombs. Maybe new 3 or 4 million people will come too, just because of the terrible war in Syria. This can happen. We are not going to say them, don't come. These people are suffering. They are running away from the bombs, what they can do. And Turkey is trying to open an area for them to live areas, even inside of Syria, in Afrin. Some of them are coming them, some areas, the security was obtained by Turkish government and for the Syrian army. And inshallah, when Turkey gets richer, this wealth is not going to be for only Ankara or Istanbul, because our heart is in Africa too. Some friends, some businessmen are going Africa, trying to do some business in Africa, not for colonizing. And some good, kind Muslims, they are opening water wells. And also, I have a friend, Halim, he's in Somalia and Sudan. He's teaching modern agriculture techniques, greenhouses in Eastern Africa, leaving his friends and his parents in Turkey, missing of course. This is not only for money, this is a hard work. I give my friend Halim a salam, a greeting from Ankara too. There are a lot of wonderful, great engineers working for Africa and trying to do their best too. When we have a lot of money or when we have great power in our country, of course this is going to reflect to Africa. That is why they don't want us to be strong in the area. But we will be, inshallah. By your prayer, please pray for Africa, pray for Turkey, because we are together and we will be strong together against any kind of despotism, any kind of theft, any kind of colonization. That's all for today. Thank you very much for joining our TV program, Discover Turkey, Eastern Mediterranean, and Libya. Hope to see you in next program. Please follow our social media programs in YouTube, and because you can follow it from there, and also our web address is also a place to watch, to follow our programs. I wish all the best for Africa in 2020, 2021. All the best for Africa and for Turkey and the relations in between two places. Greetings from Anatolia, greetings from Turkey, greetings from Ankara. Goodbye. Ma salam.